Binati, you should talk about failure. Fine. I will talk about the two times I have failed when it came to writing someone's story into a book. The lessons I learned from both of these have helped me refine my onboarding process for whose book I'm writing. I have had 59 books that worked very, very well, but there are two outliers. And I wish I could do those over, but I cannot. So, the lesson out of all of this is everybody fails. Maybe people are not open about failure. In my case, the reason is I have non disclosure agreements. That's why I don't talk about successes or failures. Everyone has different reasons for why they are not open about the failures, but the important thing is anytime you fail and know that you will, take a lesson out of it and use it to improve your process. Both of my failures were onboarding failures. I started working with people I should not have been working with, and I am now more careful of who I work with. Client number one had a book which was supposed to be about a topic that I'm personally very cynical about. I won't really tell you what topic it is because, of course, I had to look up so much information on this specific topic, which again, as I said, I was cynic about it. So it was annoying to research the topic. And secondly, the client only had one phone call with me about this. They were not willing to discuss it because most of their experience was anecdotal, right? And they wanted to write a book which had more of a research bent to it. So it was infuriating working on this book. And I finally managed to find some research which supported their claim, but the research was still in the process of being published. So I had to take legal permissions from the researchers to even mention something from their work in the book. And the client didn't have the patience to wait for it. I was like, sir, we cannot just use someone's research. You have to wait for their permission because they've put in the hard work. We're simply using their work. He lost patience, and I think the book never came out. I think he didn't hire anyone else to do the book. So my guess is he blames me. He's never come out right and said that to me, but I think he blames me for his book not going through. Lesson here is work on topics you have confidence on. Don't work with topics that need you to be convinced in the first place. The story of failure number 2 was when things became too personal. So I was working with a very energetic woman who shared the story of her life with me, and I think I'm a bit of an empath. So, or I had an empathic episode with her, and I started seeing her as a person alongside a client, right? And what that ended up doing is when she would tell me the same thing over and over again, I wouldn't push back or stop her and say, no, we have to think in this direction because this is what the book has to be. I let her talk about whatever it is that she wanted to talk about. And the book kept going in circles. And the end result obviously didn't reflect her story well because I did not push back because I was empathizing with her and her story. And so I failed in writing her book. She too hasn't told me in exact words, but she doesn't respond. So my guess is she's angry with me. I understand totally why that's the case. But yeah, these are the lesson I learned from this is don't become personal, because when you start looking at someone as a friend, when you start empathizing with someone's story, what ends up happening is somewhere you have to switch off the professional switch. The moment that switches off, some questions, some pushback, some critical analysis that had to kick in doesn't kick in. And because of that, you write a piss poor book, which obviously the client doesn't like. So these were the 2 times I failed out of 61 times now. So there you go. Ask me more questions. Bye.